Hey, what is up everyone? It's Rinku. We're finally back and we're 2 weeks away from Sylvia. Try to maintain your hype and let's get into today's patch notes. So today, there is actually quite a bit that I did not see coming at all. So today is actually a very exciting day, and they hint at Sylvia throughout this entire patch note thread. So I'm pretty damn sure it's coming the next patch, which happens to be 2 weeks instead of a week because they're still doing this bi-weekly thing. But let's get into the hype news. So, Autumn Chills with a pint. This week we're excited to bring you a beer festival, which is a great way to build up on silvers and draft beers. Now beers I've been known to be like one of the best event items because they are pretty much permanent and they usually give Com XP, some give Life XP, and they had the beer event last year. They've pretty much give out beer for every event, but the fact that this event is specifically for beer means that you guys can probably stock up. I like how they say you can build up on silver. I'm sure they're gonna give away free boxes, free something that's worth silver. So that's also cool. And there's a lot of other stuff. Now, the main thing that I think you guys are all going to be excited for, something that I can actually appreciate their decision on for once in the many PvP changes we've had, is they added a PvP server. A server with no karma at all, specifically for PvP. Like, that's what we've wanted this whole time. Now, it's only one channel. Literally just one channel. I don't even know if anyone's going to use that channel to grind. Most likely it's just going to be a shit fest with PvP everywhere, but that's what we wanted. We wanted a place where we can do that, and it's amazing. I hope this goes well, and I hope they add a lot more PvP channels. We'll get into that when we look at it in the patch notes. Let's just go in order here, starting with the events. So first up we have the Oktoberfest World theme. Starts today, ends September 27th. Pretty cool. They also added the Patrigo's costume bag for every single premium set purchase. This is pretty cool. I just don't like how it's not a permanent thing. This is more of an event, kind of like coupon deal. But if you're going to buy a premium set anyways, now would be a perfect time because you get a box that allows you to swap different pearl sets on the fly. I already had one, but I do like it. I like swapping from my ghillie to my new wing outfit, which we'll be going over all the cash shop stuff at the end. But yeah, we also have the new attendance rewards. Of course, we always have attendance rewards, and the beer festival quests have been added. So it says here after you do a few quests, I think it's all of these. I'm not sure if you have to do, if there's actually like 5 or if you pick and choose which ones, but you do the initial quests starting in Heidel. So I guess it is all 5 of these, and once you do these, you'll be able to unlock a daily quest. Now it says there are 4 daily quests, but out of the 4 you can only choose 1. And also, if we look at the quests, they all have the same name, but they're in different locations, so that tells me that they're probably the exact same quest, just happens to be at different locations, maybe more convenient, but they may also be different. I don't actually know. But it's really cool that it's pretty simple to get into. Like, no one wants an event where you had to do like 20, 100 quests or do some bullshit. So hopefully doing a few quests and then doing 1 daily is not that hard. I didn't really like the tournament quests because of the amount of quests you had to do daily, but I'm sure most people that actually did the tournament quests realized that most of them were pretty easy. But now that you only have to do 1 quest for the beer festival, 1 quest, I mean, you can't really get much easier than that, so that is pretty cool. I just really want to quickly point out here, it says Event Imperial Craft Delivery Invoice ×5 will be given out to adventurers who complete the final quest. This is the final quest before you get the dailies. It also says they'll give you 5 more after you complete at least 1 of the 4 dailies. I'm not sure what that is. Imperial Craft Delivery Invoice. I just had to point it out because it's a reward for completing the shit. I just don't actually know what it does, but who knows. Alright, so moving down to the system changes, here's where it gets juicy. A PvP server, Valencia 6, has been added. So they swapped Valencia 6 with Valencia 6 _ PvP. This server is made to PvP. It is very exciting. So this will allow you to attack any player and mount without experiencing a decrease in karma. There is like almost no karma. I mean, there is a karma on your character, and it will stay the same when you enter and leave this channel, but in this channel, karma has no effect on killing people. Now, in addition, defeating monsters that would normally decrease your karma does not do so. So attacking horses, etc. does not matter. You cannot lose karma on this channel. It's impossible. However, if you enter this channel with negative karma, you'll still be treated like on a normal channel. So like if you go in town, the guards will still attack you. You'll still be red. You'll still be technically negative. And this also applies to the desert people that have the debuff or have negative karma who are killed, still go to prisons, but you don't lose karma. So as long as you go in this channel with positive karma, that doesn't happen. It's just saying if you go in the channel already negative, it doesn't change the fact that you're negative. But yeah, this basically means that anyone with positive karma can go in there and they will stay positive as long as they're on the PvP channel. It's really sick. People have wanted this for so long. Now, again, it's interesting that they would only make one channel. The whole kind of point with this, if the whole game was like this, people would be fighting for spots. Like top tier guilds would own grinding spots, but there's only one channel, so most likely it's going to be PvP 99% of the time. I don't know how you're going to be able to grind when people are just going to log in there specifically so that way they can kill other people. Now if they added more in the future, if there were like 10 of these, that would change everything. That would give enough channels to people to actually grind on. But, you know, we take what we can get. This is honestly the biggest step forward to karma I've ever seen. I thought they completely fucked karma. Every time they came out with a karma change, I cringed because of the amount of controversy people had and the fact that almost every update the karma pretty much was shitting on top tier players, like the veteran players that have played this game for a long time. They don't want the karma, but this is the first step forward to actually helping out those people. The people that are super fucking geared, that are ready to fight anyone on the spot, who fucking hate karma griefers. This is their channel. Now, yeah, once again, it's not going to fix all the problems because there's only one of them, but this is the biggest step forward they have ever taken. And also it does say ignore the pop-up message that's saying karma will decrease after a mount is killed, because mounts do not lose karma either, and they are also going to remove this soon. So you cannot lose any karma on this channel at all, I don't believe. I don't think there's any possible way you could lose karma on this channel unless it's a method that they have not even foreseen, because I can't even think of anything. Now, they also added, the hype intensifies, Comma Sylvia channels. Holy shit. This basically means they're preparing for Comma Sylvia. You know what that means. Comma Sylvia Part 1 coming real soon. This is in the official patch notes. Now, they have also confirmed the date for Comma Sylvia. They confirmed Part 1 is coming this month. They've confirmed Part 2 is coming next month, I believe. Now, this basically means it has to come next patch. They're only doing patches every other week. There's only one more patch left for this month, I believe, if they're doing it bi-weekly. So that means it has to come out next patch in 2 weeks, unless they're literally trolling the fuck out of us. So I hope you guys prepared. I would say look up every single video on Comma Sylvia Part 1 and be prepared for when it comes out if you want to, like, just be prepared. I mean, there's going to be things that change the game permanently. Like, prices are going to change the marketplace for any new and old item that is affected by this change, so keep that in mind. Overall, it's a positive thing. Everyone has been waiting for this. It's gonna be crazy. Alright, let's keep going. We have changes to Savage Rift. Now, it says players will be granted 30 points upon starting their Savage Rift. However, I'm not sure what this line means, because players are already granted 30 points. Does that mean they'll be granted 30 more points? But does that mean when you start the Rift you'll have 60 total, or are they just telling us what was already in the game? I'm not entirely sure. It also does say there were changes to the time limit for the bosses. It also says the bosses in Savage Rift have their HP increased, and I don't know about these changes. So Korea actually had a change to the Savage Rift in the last patch notes. I think I made a video on it already. I'm going to be going over all the Korean updates in probably the next video you see, but they pretty much revamped Savage Rift actually a couple times, and I remember seeing the Korean, the last change they did, that at the end you would actually get 10 mil instead of 7 mil, and they didn't actually put that in this patch notes. So what I'm saying is I think they're still going to have more Savage Rift updates that Korea has already gotten coming to us soon. So that's why I'm kind of weirded out why they only gave us like these 3 or 4 changes when there's actually a lot more changes that Korea has already received. But there's probably more Savage Rift updates coming, and just know that it has changed slightly in today's patch notes. So yeah, also the Savage Rift shop can be closed with the escape key. The shop UI can also be moved around now. Fix the issue where installed objects were showing after defeating the last boss. So yeah, they changed some stuff, but there's probably more changes. Now, it also says pets will be automatically hidden during Conquest and Node Wars. I'm just kind of curious why. I mean, people can already hide their own pets, hide everyone else's pets. Why did they need to do it automatically? Does that actually cause any problems? Is that a thing? I don't know. But let's continue. Now there's a ton of class changes. These are the class balances or rebalances that Korea got. Again, we don't have Second Awakening, so I'm not sure how quote unquote balancing this is, because we don't have like a big skill portion that Korea has. Like, Korea literally has extra skills for every class because of Second Awakening. But with Kama Sylvia, maybe they'll give it to us a little bit earlier than Korea got, because Korea already had Part 1, Part 2. Maybe they'll lump in Second Awakening with Kama Sylvia Part 1. That would actually be pretty hype, because Part 1 is kind of dull compared to Part 2. So that's kind of what I'm thinking on that, because they still haven't released Second Awakening for us. It'd be really cool if they gave it to us earlier rather than later, but who knows, that might be coming next year for all I know. So I'm not going to give you any dates on that because there is none. But going down, besides the class changes, there's still more stuff. So item changes. Now this is a pretty small change, but for me as a hunter trying to get almost artisan hunting just for the lulz, it's almost a useless skill, but it's still pretty cool. And with the new boss that they're going to be adding, the Heart of the Sea, hunting might actually have a use in the future. But I actually don't like this change. So they made hunting food, instead of doing extra damage, they made it your matchlock reloads a little bit faster. Now this could be arguably better or worse. I guess this means better matchlocks will do more than shittier matchlocks, but I honestly just rather the extra damage. Why not? Like, why do they have to change this? Why not just add more food? I guess if you could stack them, that'd be pretty OP, but I don't know. I mean, there's certain things you can hunt that you can almost hit with one shot with the best musket, but you actually can't, and these foods would actually make it so you could, such as the daily hunting for the deer. And I don't know. I feel like the damage would have been better. I don't know if it's a nerf. It's a very minor life skill that no one does, so I don't know. They also changed the memory fragments item grade from white to blue. I'm not sure why, but memory fragments are now blue. And that's actually not the only color change. We'll get into it in a second, but yeah, you can link a bunch of shit in chat now, and they all have special symbols and colors. We'll look at that in a bit. But yeah, there's so many more updates, let's just keep going. So this one also caught me by surprise. Monster changes. There's actually quite a bit of monster changes that I did not see coming at all. HP of monsters, level 1 through 39, have been adjusted. Now I'm not really sure what that means. Level 1 through 39 doesn't even say if they have more or less HP. I don't even know if this is a buff or nerf. I would assume 1 through 39, most people are probably going to be one-shotting everything anyways. Maybe they increase the HP. I'm not really sure why they would need to do that. However, they also decreased the HP of Elrics. And since they decreased Elrics, maybe they decreased HP for these too. I'm not really sure. It doesn't make sense that they would decrease like really low mobs, though. The HP of really low mobs, but the HP of Elrics have definitely been decreased, so they kinda indirectly, or I guess directly, buffed Elrics. Now, monsters near Elric's node manager have been relocated. Now, there wasn't really a lot of monsters near the node manager to begin with. The node manager was like right in the beginning of where the castle is, so the castle rotation and also the back rotation near the canyon are nowhere near the node manager, so I don't think this is really going to affect anything. So it's kind of nice. I think the reasoning behind this is when you go to the node manager to turn in shit, everything aggroes, and like they could probably kill your horse in the time it takes you to turn in the shit from the node manager. So overall, pretty good change, honestly. Actually, I think it may have been needed for noobs that have their horse killed, because I'm sure I was one of those noobs. I feel like I definitely had my horse killed by that node manager, which is kind of funny. Now here's a huge thing though. Schultz guards were like a meme. They put Schultz in to be the better Sazin, but they're like almost completely useless because you needed a shitload of gear to actually like kill them, and it just wasn't worth it. Like, you had to have a 5-man party to even like clear efficiently. So I'm not really sure why they even added them with such high stats in the first place, but it looks like they realized their mistake. because they have some changes. So they will no longer drop these items. I hope that the point of not dropping these items is not to cause clutter, because having them not drop items seems like a nerf. Maybe it'll mean they'll drop other items more often, I'm not entirely sure, but the fact that they don't drop Kreia and weapons and sub-weapons mean that it's not going to flood your inventory with weapons. So I think that's good. They're not going to be dropping these magical crystals. I don't think these really matter too much. They're not going to be dropping ancient bronze coins. I don't know why they wouldn't drop that though. People have Master 2 trading, people like collecting trade items just to make bank. I don't know, I mean these stack, why not keep them? I don't know. I mean, it doesn't seem like that big of a difference. They probably weren't very common to drop anyways, so it probably is not affecting very much at all. But it's interesting that they would just take away drops. I'm hoping that this will actually make it easier to grind because it won't clog up your inventory, but I actually don't know because no one trains there because it's almost completely useless. At least it was. So they also have a higher chance of dropping forbidden books. This is definitely a buff. It's probably why they took the other shit out, is to compensate for the forbidden books. Hell yeah. They've also had their HP decreased and more experience. So yeah, they're literally completely trying to buff Schultz guards. Now, the thing is, I don't know if it's actually worth grinding there now or not, but the fact that they're taking the steps to buff this place when it was like they released it and it was shit, I'm really glad they're looking at this, because they literally buffed the things that no one wants buffed and like gave us this, and in the beginning it was shit. So I'm glad that they're realizing that we actually do need something next to Sazens that's actually decent and not some really bulky mobs that no one wants to grind at. So I really hope that this is actually a viable place to train. I don't know if it is, but we'll have to find out in a future stream for sure. I'll stop by there sometime and try to grind there. So that's pretty cool. I mean, I guess let me just double check, make sure there's nothing else. I mean, there's a few other things we can talk about, but one more second. Alright, so I guess the last thing I should go over is they added new social actions. I guess if you type these keywords, you'll do the social action, but you have to achieve certain conditions. Now, as funny as it sounds, I've been playing this game since launch. I didn't even know this was a feature in the game until like a week or two when I clicked the social action button, and I realized some of them literally have quest requirements, and that's what this is. They're adding more actions in the game, but all three of these actually have a requirement for either doing a quest or achieving a title or finishing a quest. I don't know why I said that twice, but yeah, they actually give you like a social action as a reward to achieving this. I think that's like the coolest thing. As like a completionist, out of all the things in the game, like I wouldn't expect them to have something like so interesting like this. So this has been a feature in the game probably since launch that I've just overlooked. But yeah, you can have social interactions in this game with like your character doing emotes, and some of them actually have requirements to unlock. So the completionist in me actually wants to go make a video right now of me trying to unlock every single social action, but that might not come for a week or two because I have other important things to do, like get Master 2 trading, which is going to probably be another video. So I have a lot of stuff on my plate, but just know that I will actually get these actions someday, and I'll try to do it all in one video or something. I'm sure I will. Like my Dark Knight, I need to have those elite RP actions, right? Like, how am I going to RP without all the social actions available to me? Like, I just can't. I have to get them. So, I don't know. Like, these patch notes, there's so much here. There's so many updates. Like, I was not actually expecting this much shit. I was expecting, like, Comma Sylvia to, like, be delayed forever. But no, they're actually giving us what we want. I don't see, honestly, I don't think we've read a single bad change in this entire patch notes, and usually when they do give us a really shitty change, I'll be vocal about it and I'll say it's a very shitty change, and I'll like question why they would even give us changes, but honestly they didn't disappoint me today. This is really awesome. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. We're gonna go look in game at the patch notes and also the weird stuff that you can link in chat now. It's the same things but different colors, and I guess with that, let's get into that. So before we get into the cash shop, I just want to show you guys the stuff you can link. So you can link weapons, and they have a weapon symbol. If we link a crystal, it'll have, I don't even know what symbol that is. Is that an actual symbol for a crystal? Like, what if I link a mutant enhancer? This has no symbol and it's white. Okay. How about beer? And this one's actually blue. It reflects the color of the item. Like, this is sick. I don't know. This is just awesome to me. How about if we try food? This one has a food symbol. It looks like a pot. Is it the same as the pot? It is. So it's like under the consumable. So it like shows you what symbol it would be, as if the symbol, as if it was like the marketplace symbol. And also, I don't know what pose this is. I don't know what triggered this, but I guess my Dark Knight's gonna pose for you guys. So, I don't know, I think it's cool. I'm glad that they're constantly revising stuff like this. I feel like this is a lot more visual and like nice to look at. Although I can't really see this fucking symbol, honestly. This doesn't, I had to squint really hard to see that this is like a potion. But, I mean, I like that they're trying, and I like how this stuff is blue now. And it's just overall cool, like really cool updates. Now let's get in the cash shop. Alright, so if you guys couldn't tell already, these wings that I'm wearing are new. This set, the Cabellius Armor A, it seems like it's the rarest set in the game. So, just to give you some backstory on the set, they released the set, I believe, only one time. I think it was on the first anniversary or somewhere near that for all the classes currently in game at the time. And as they've been releasing new classes, I think they've been releasing the set like much later after the class was released. Like Dark Knight, that was released a few months ago, but they're just now getting this out. But it does say limited. It says only available until maintenance on September 27th, and also they did not bring the wings back for any other classes, so this makes me think that this honestly is a one-time only set. Like, I honestly cannot tell you if they'll ever re-release this for Dark Knight or for any other class currently in game. Like, to my knowledge, they might never do that. So they'll probably keep releasing it for the new classes as they come out, but specifically the set with the wings, only this Armor A, like not B, but specifically A, is only available to this. So if you play Dark Knight, if you just want to get this collector's item of having the wings, I'd say do it, because you may never get this chance again. I only have this set for Valkyrie, and now I have it for Dark Knight. I wouldn't buy it for like every class I own, but for my main class, I might as well do it. It looks pretty badass, if I do say so. So, it also has the feather, like, emote, like, effects. I don't know. It just has feathers flowing everywhere. So, yeah, if you guys are interested in this, I'm just letting you guys know right now, you should probably get it right now instead of regretting it later, because, like I said, I don't know if they're ever going to re-release this. They probably will. I would hope that they would, but they might not. So, that's interesting to think about. Now, I don't know if I've covered all the cash shop stuff, even the stuff that's not new today, because they've actually been releasing cash shop stuff on the days that they didn't have maintenance. Like last week, they actually released this cat on the day that we didn't have maintenance. I guess there was like a hotfix, or maybe after like the game ticked, it just automatically added this in the cash shop. But we might as well look at all of them. So we have this cat that was added last week. We have the snow one. I think that out of all the colors, this is probably the coolest. It really stands out. And also, they have the same set for the horse. This horse set was out since, like, I think the launch of the game. So this actually matches the horse if you want to, like, go all out and, like, get both. Or if you already have the horse. It's pretty cool. You can get a cat with the same armor, and it has different colors. So that's cool. We also got the whale prop. I might actually have to get that aquarium. I'm a sucker for, like, cool effects and stuff. And, like, just the fish alone is pretty cool. So I actually do really like the fish tank. In particular, I just think this is really cool to actually have like moving things and bubbles and stuff. I don't know, just this is like the second thing I like is just another fish tank, it seems. I don't know, like I'm a sucker for anything that has like cool effects or looks shiny or like it stands out instead of just being an item. Like this is just an item, but this has moving effects and stuff. I don't know, I feel like they actually went the extra mile to like animate this stuff, and it's pretty cool. Like out of any furniture I could possibly get, this would probably be at the top of my list just because of that. Now, they also added a jukebox. Now, I'm not going to do the same thing I did last time and play it really quietly. So let me boost this shit as high as I possibly can. It's still going to be quiet, so let me boost my desktop audio as high as I can. Alright. Very soothing, I do have to say. It's not even real. This is the stuff that's supposed to play the sound. That's actually like I like how they put the effort in making like the spikes everywhere and shit, but it doesn't even roll. Like the whole point of this, it's supposed to mimic a real music playing device where it rolls and these things hit chords that make sound, but it's not even moving. Okay, so they kind of scammed us, but at least it makes actual music, so that's pretty cool. Alright, let me turn this shit down. You guys probably can't hear me at all. Let's put that back, and yeah, so we also have the chandelier, we also have the drapeless curtain, and another drapeless curtain, and we have the turtle from last week, and I don't think I've shown these sets off. That's what I think. It's not like added today, I don't think, but I don't think I've actually shown these in my update videos. These may have came last week or the week before that or the week before that, but let's just get into them now. So we have the ninja, looking pretty badass with the weapons. Oh, it does have awakening, nice. Looking pretty sick. I like all the effects and everything. Then we have the kunoichi. Very elegant dress. I do actually really like this one. With the chakram. Looking pretty sick. Hell yeah. Next up we have the Sork. Pretty cool. Looks like she's like trying to live in Valencia. I like it. I like it. It fits Sork style. With the scythe. Gotta put them all on though. I don't know why I just keep clicking the scythe. Like it hides the set. But with it all on, looks pretty badass. Pretty nice. We have the warrior. I'm pretty sure I've shown this off. This has been in the game for probably a while, but I don't know. I feel like it came out at the same time as the other one, so gotta show it off with that great sword. It's a pretty sick great sword. Very nice set. And lastly, probably already showed this one too, but the striker Karlstein has been added for the striker. Blah blah blah. I think that's everything. Maybe no. Yeah, I think that's everything now. All right, so that has been it for the cash shop, the patch notes, the Kama Sylvia hype. I will see you guys in Kama Sylvia probably next week in part 1, assuming they're not hardcore trolling us. And with that, I'm out. I actually have a ton of videos planned. I really appreciate all the support, all the subs on Patreon, all the subs on Twitch, and even all of you guys that don't have any money, that don't want to give me any money. That's perfectly fine. If you've lasted this long in my video, dude, that's amazing. Like, thanks so much for the support. So that's all I have to say. I will be live on Twitch hopefully very often, and I will keep trying to get at least one YouTube video out a day. I know I've been slacking and I haven't been able to do that, but that's always the goal, that's always the plan, and hopefully I'll have a video out tomorrow, the next day, etc. So I'll keep trying on that, and I'll keep streaming. I'll be in Discord. Goodbye, guys.